first race of the season. I think a start line is always nerve-wracking. Even the lead-in, the 48 hours leading in, it's dealing with the emotions, working on fueling, working on pre-race nutrition and hydration, and just dealing with all that comes with a start line. And so my goal for coming up to this event is just, another opportunity to practice that, to dial those things in. For tomorrow specifically, I want to target the first 7 miles, and I think it's going to go out pretty hard and working to stay as far up front as I can. The single track will be what it is. It's a race practice opportunity. I didn't target this race. I didn't come in here with 6 months of prep, all eyes on this race by any means. This is a stepping stone to later in the season. And for me, any race opportunity, riding in a pack, kind of learning new skills that this course is definitely going to present, is a good learning opportunity. We're on the road still for a little bit, and then it's a left. So, looks like it's a climb.
Okay.
Got some climbing colors on here.
Okay. You can't do this right, okay?
There she is.
Holy shit.
Riding.
Huh?
How was that?
That is gnarly. It's gonna be a crazy day. Yeah, it's cool. It's absolutely stunning out there. It's crazy. But, yeah, that's crazy. I think having looked at the course online from home and seeing all the road sections, originally I was thinking about running a bit of a narrower tire and really kind of try to capitalize on the road sections, but kind of suggestions from friends to ride some bigger tires and some tires with a little bit more bite and grip and tread to them. Having seen the parts that we saw yesterday, I can now see why people have been suggesting some alternate tire options. So we actually brought a couple different sets with different options mounted, and I'm going to go with some 42 IRC double cross tires for tomorrow. So bigger than the 38s we had originally thought about, and the double cross tires have full tread across the entire tire, so just a little bit more bite to kind of get through the sand, get up over some of the sandy climbs and washes. I think the big thing I'll play with a little bit more today is just tire pressure. Obviously the higher pressure is great for the road and rolling faster on the road, but it was, definitely noticeable in the single track and sandy parts yesterday, having a higher pressure. So I kept letting a little bit out, kind of playing with that. So that's the difficulty with these sorts of races there's no exact answer of what's best. It's, I think, what you think will work best for you personally. So
How we doing?
This is the worst part. The waiting. The calm before the storm. Just pretty nervous. This one I was nervous not only for the racing aspect and yeah, the race itself, but I was nervous for what was ahead in terms of the trails and type of riding that I had seen pre-riding the course in the 2 days before. So it was kind of a double whammy of nerves because yeah, I think having signed up for this race months ago, I just was picturing something a little bit similar, more similar to the San Diego BWR that I did last year, or even the Cedar City BWR that I did a few years ago. And this one was completely different from those two. And I didn't really realize that until we got up there the couple days before. And in some of the pre-riding, I was struggling on some sections and some single track stuff, some stuff that was very much kind of more mountain bike trails. And yeah, race morning, I was just worried about that on top of normal pre-race nerves. So definitely needed the talking off the ledge that I got from my incredible husband, who said all the right things that morning. That, yeah, just we were using the race as an incredible training day, a chance to practice some things in a race, but there was absolutely no pressure on me to have any expectations for this sort of race. It was, yeah, obviously one suited more for mountain bikers, I would say, but we could certainly use it as a great day out and to just go into it with that mindset and to have fun and work on the things that we could work on. And yeah, that helped a lot in the like 20 to 30 minutes before we lined up to start the race.
This is an endurance legend, ladies and gentlemen, Heather Johnson. In 8-day stage race in Colombia, this is the man himself, Griffin Easter. So this is what it's all about.
The race got started. We had a 2-mile neutral rollout, so kind of cars at the front, keeping everything neutral. We had a big pack. It was basically a long 6 or 7 mile slog up this this hill on the road. So big pack. Yeah, just 2 miles of kind of neutral riding, and then the second the cars pulled away, the pace just kind of basically started building up to race pace as the road kicked up and the hill got steeper as we climbed up towards what would be the first off-road sector. For me, I was kind of caught to the far left side and everyone seemed to be hugging the right side, and I kept trying to get over, but it was pretty hectic having so many people. I mean, the starts are always like that, but with this kind of neutral rollout, everyone together, it was, yeah, people were nervous. There was definitely some some body checks, if you will, some like elbows out, everyone jockeying for position, and then especially as the pace picked up when the cars pulled away, tires overlapping, and it was tough to kind of get where I saw a lot of people were positioned over to the right side of the road. And we had a headwind going up that climb, so just kind of, being where I was, I kept finding myself in the wind, and then I would try to get over to the right, and as the pace picked up, and we were kind of nearing the top of the climb, we're probably a mile out, is where the first kind of gap started opening, and I mean, that was another aspect of kind of the start, was knowing what was coming after that uphill road climb start. We make a right, and the first off-road sector are kind of these, you have two kind of gnarly little quick whoops drops, and then you come over a little climb and you drop into this dirt area where there was a crazy rain rut. The sand was loose on either side of it. There really was no great line to choose, but I mean, I think one side was definitely better to choose, but that was mayhem from the start. Everyone was kind of spread out, just clusters of people coming off that first single track, all over the place kind of. So in that dirt neighborhood area, a group of us kind of all came together who were riding about the same and made our way through the dirt roads. And then when we popped out onto the road, it was this opportunity to kind of come together and work as a group, and we got into a really good rhythm. There were probably 5 or 6 of us, and everyone was taking their turn, pulling through, everyone sharing the work, and we got into, a really good rhythm, making our way over to McDowell Mountain State Park. Yeah, there were definitely a couple areas where the road was straight enough that you could see groups ahead of us down the road. 2, 3, 4 minutes, whatever it was, they were in sight, so I think that kept the motivation high. For everyone to really work hard and just try to keep bridging up to the people we could see down the road. Yeah, you make the turn into McDowell Mountain State Park. You're still on a road though, for maybe a couple miles. It was this kind of long, gradual uphill before a left turn into the dirt and single track of McDowell Mountain. So we were still together there, everyone pushing up that hill climb. Again, we had seen a couple people up the road, so just staying on the power while we could on the road. Yeah, we made the left into the single track part of McDowell, and we're all kind of still together. This part was exciting for me because this was part of the Javelina 100-mile run course, so I kind of knew it. But in fact, we turned off of the run part way earlier than I thought. We descended down this kind of washy, sandy part of the course, and the guy who was at the front of our group, which I would have done the same thing, thinking the course continued straight, there was a right that we made at the bottom of this sandy wash, and I think he realized it just a tad too late and kind of tried to slam on his brakes, make the right turn, and he just completely washed out, and we kind of had a little bit of a pile up with a couple people down, a couple people made their way around. I was kind of in between, kind of a foot out, got around him. No one was injured, but the group kind of split after that. So through McDowell, which there were 30 miles of single track throughout that McDowell Mountain Park, I was pretty much alone. Yeah, so we popped out of McDowell, and we had planned for a pack exchange right when I popped out because there was a straight road stretch, so I would have time to drop my old pack, hydration pack, pick up the new one, get it on, get situated before kind of the final 40 miles of the day or so. Ended up linking up with Whit Allison, who we've been together at numerous races before, and this part was a little bit tricky on the course because the shorter courses linked up with the waffle course, the longer, so her and I were just kind of trying to make our way through different riders riding at different speeds through single track, which can be very tough to pass. Yeah, I was feeling good. I was feeling strong. I felt I had great energy. I had been on my nutrition all day. I still didn't know where I was placement-wise, and I was still fighting for every spot out there, just trying to put in a good performance and also practice never giving up. It's not over till it's over. Maybe some people went down in this final off-road sector. I know I did. I slid out in the days before pre-riding it, so anything could happen out there, and just to keep fighting the whole day long. And it also helped that I had come in contact with Whit and Ellen, and knowing that that's always a positive energy burst of like, okay, moving up. So on that road climb, I felt great, mentally, physically strong, and also I knew Ellen's mountain bike background and that the section that was coming, and so on the climb I was like, just try to get as much time as you can right now on the road before this final bit, because I did know what was coming on that off-road sector. On the road climb, I was able to get a little bit of time on both Whit and Ellen, and made a little bit of a surge to link back up with the two guys who I'd been riding with earlier, and entered the final dirt section with those guys together. And yeah, in that early part of the final off-road, it's pretty kind of double track roads, but short, steep climbs, some gnarly descents at a fast pace into these off-camber corners. So I was still just trying to stay on it there, knowing the second half of that final off-road sector was kind of this ledge single track with 2 or 3 really gnarly single track cutbacks, like 180-degree cutbacks on loose rocks and sand, descending down into a wash. Just some spots that I had struggled in the days before. So again, I was just trying to do my best. Kept saying smooth as fast, knowing Ellen, with her background and skills, probably be coming, but I was trying not to freak out, just stay with it. She did end up getting back up to me on that kind of 180 switchback descent area. And so we rode together the final parts of that single track off-road part before we popped back out onto Bartlett Lake Road. We made a right and then a left, and you're on the road basically for 6 miles downhill, heading towards the finish. And I was with Ellen and a couple of those guys still. So we had a small group for that final 6 mile downhill towards the finish line. Came down to a quote-unquote sprint at the end. Just for fun, we were like, okay, we're gonna sprint this out. We knew we were in 8th and 9th. There was really no, I don't know. It's like, are we gonna sprint or not? And I was like, yeah, I need to practice my sprints. Let's do it. So sprinted it out. She got me. But yeah, 9th on the day. I don't go into races wanting 9th, but I mean, for me, there were so many other victories on the day that yes, I am happy with how it went.
Give me a quick recap. What did you think?
Yeah, it was super fun. I'm stoked. It was, your pre-race speech was just everything to me, and I just wanted to have fun all day, and I did. Tough start. I think I needed to have done a better warm-up than I did. My legs loaded so quickly, and kind of, it wasn't bad because I had a little bit of a gap when I got into that first technical bit, which is what I was super nervous about. But the second I got through it, that first bit, I felt like better and better as the day went on the single track. But yeah, I pushed the road parts as hard as I could because that was my where I could make up time, and then just tried to do my best in the mountain bike trails. So it was fun.
Nice
Got
job.
to ride with Ellen at the end. Which was really fun. She's a mountain biker, so following her line, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna sprint it out. Not even close. Gonna do some more sprints.
So, did you enjoy it? Everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, it was fun.
What's next?
Hard day out. Mid-South. A little bit more my style. Long time trial dirt roads. But this was a great long day out, so stoked. Put that in the bank, and then Mid-South in 2 weeks.